What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Elisha26, back at you again for another week in my top surgery healing process. So, someone said to me, someone commented to me that I'm not really just now 8 weeks post-op. I'm actually 9 weeks. And yes, I do know that this is my 9th week post-op, but I started my videos expressing the weeks of me caring for my chest. So yes, I am 2 months, 1 week, aka 9 weeks, but it's only been 8 weeks that I personally have been caring for my chest. And so that was the way I chose to do my videos. Primarily because that first week I was all bandaged up, couldn't really see anything, and I wasn't taking care of my own chest yet. So there was no progress really to speak of. I'm mainly documenting the weeks that I've been caring for my chest. Maybe I should explain that prior to, but hey, it's all good. Yes, I am actually 9 weeks since my surgery, but only 8 weeks that I've been taking care of my chest. So, yeah, about that. Well, so now that that's all cleared up, if you don't like it, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, so yeah. So here we are, 9 weeks post-op surgery, 8 weeks post-op care that I've been doing. And I'll show you my chest. So, we are at the point now where changes are really, really slow. Let's see, I'll get up kind of close so you can see this. The blister is pretty much healed all the way. Now I'm just waiting for the pigment to normalize and come back. This side is doing really well. The right side's doing really well. At first it was slower to heal, but now it's like speeding up and it's caught up and it's moving on to the other side. That light is hella freaking bright. Okay, so my scars, let's talk about my scars. So here I am. I've been using this scar treatment for quite some time now, almost a month, I'm close to a month. So I'll tell you about the changes I've noticed with the new scar treatment by Biodermis. This scar is flat all the way till about here, and then in this portion it's a little bit raised, not a lot, but a little bit. On the right side it's flat all the way till about here, and then it's raised from here to here. So I'll see if you guys can see this up close. So you can see the flatness, then it's a bit raised, back to flat, right about here. And then on this side, flat, and then raised. This is what they look like with my arms up. You can see that they're still kind of pulling a bit. My arms out to the sides. And then, so, yeah, I am very, very happy with the way my chest has turned out. As far as the healing process, it's stretched a bit, but I'm not too worried about that. I have noticed there's a little stretching on the tops of my nipples on the scars. Or maybe I just never noticed that much because the pigment is now coming back in, so maybe it was always like that. I looked at some older pictures because I take pictures quite often of my chest, and it is a little difficult to tell because of the pigment. So I think that now, because I'm starting to brown up more and there's more area around this top portion that's brown, it feels like looks like it's stretched a bit. But I'm noticing on the bottom it kind of looks very similar too. So if you look at the bottom and you look at the top, it's pretty similar. So I just think it's because I'm browning that now I can actually see the scar around my nipple. whereas before I couldn't because it was pretty pink. Besides that, not much else has changed in the past week. Um, I'm still doing my scar therapy in the morning, so at night, well, not even really at night. At about 5:30, it's about 5:17 right now. At around 5:30, between 5:30 and 6 o'clock, I put the silicone strips on. And then in the morning when I wake up, because you're supposed to wear them for 12 hours. So in the morning when I wake up, I take them off and I do the massage, the circles, up and down, the straight back and forth passes. I do that every morning. And, yeah, and then I put vitamin E on my nipples. And then I have my emu oil with me and I put that on at work. Today, though, I had like kind of one of the most surreal moments that I've had since top surgery. So I was at work and I had to tie something up really high and I stretched and I kind of felt kind of like a little pull. It wasn't painful. It wasn't even really scary. Just I felt a pull. And so when I got a moment after I had finished tying up this light that I was hanging, I went off to this dry storage area on the ship. Nobody was around. And I I unzipped my jacket and I pulled my shirt and my beater out and I looked down at my chest just to see how my nipple was. It was so weird. That was the first time ever I've been at work and kind of like looked inside my shirt and looked down and saw my chest. And it was very kind of surreal because in the past I just had like these flashback memories of looking down my shirt if something fell down there or for whatever reason looking down my shirt and seeing that white Underworks binder just all over my chest. So it was kind of weird, kind of surreal to see my actual chest there, but you know, I was really happy about it. So like I said, I've kind of laid off on the gym just because the rigorous activity at work plus the gym was kind of tiring me out quite a bit because I'm not used to it. And then I'm doing a lot of reaching, a lot of heavy lift. Well, not heavy lifting, but lifting things that weigh more than anything I've lifted in the past 9 weeks at work. So I kind of wanted to just like lay off a bit for probably all of next week as well, and then the following week, mid February, I'm going to start back to going to the gym. I found a gym partner. He doesn't know I'm trans, just a guy from work. I don't plan on changing at the gym or anything like that. They know I had surgery on my chest, but they didn't know it was top surgery. So, you know, but it's just someone to work out with. He's a lot stronger than me, which will be pretty cool because it'll be able to motivate me to get in the gym, stay in the gym, work out. Working out by myself was, like, I know people that do it and have the motivation to and everything, but because I've never really put in a whole, like, consistent amount of time at the gym, it's definitely kind of difficult for me to maintain that motivation that I had in the beginning. So yeah, that's pretty dope. What else? Oh, I changed soaps. Well, I didn't really change soaps. I was using Dr. Bronner's magic soap before, just a bar of like the hemp soap that's like baby gentle, no nothing. And now I've got the liquid almond soap, and I've been using that today for the first time. I used a washcloth on my nipples a few times to try and exfoliate them a bit, because you know, they're new, they're fresh, the skin is, you know, coming around. I still have no feeling in my nipples at all. So today, for the first time, I took like the scrub brush that I had got with the back extension. I've been using that just because I like it now and I'm used to it. So I took that and lightly, very gently, like went over my nipples just to get some of the built up cells off and just to make sure to exfoliate them. I can't say it felt like anything because there's no feeling in them at all. But, you know, I was sure not to go too hard. Chest hair is growing in. The right side is a bit stronger than the left side, but it's growing in. I'll be excited when this blister finally heals all the way. It kind of makes this nipple look like it's droopy. I don't know, or maybe it's just the way, it might be my posture too. I've been working on my posture a lot at work, like chest out. I've been trying to do this whole chest out, shoulders back thing. I'm really skinny, as you can see. I'm hoping to change that. But it kind of looks a little droopy, but it's just probably because there's that extra bit there that looks like it's part of my nipple. Besides that, nothing else is really going on with my chest. Just enjoying the freedom that has come with it. As I said in my last video, I feel like I interact with my coworkers a little different, and it's just not having the anxiety and stuff. And this week too, I've noticed that I don't necessarily want to be at work, but being there isn't as much of a struggle. And when I think back, like today, I was sitting there thinking back to what it was like before I had surgery and what it's like now. And now it's just so much freedom. Like, I was hanging something up high today and my shirt came up and somebody said, "Oh, you have tattoos?" And I said, "Yeah." And I just started talking about my tattoos. In the past, I would have said, yeah, talked about my tattoos, but had my mind reeling like, did they see my binder? You know what I mean? And it's just so cool not to have to worry about that. And to be cognizant of that. To be able to see how far I've come. And, like, it was just amazing. I'm really excited about kind of like this new lease on life I have. And it's not even so much a new lease. It's just kind of like no leash. Let's say that. It's like being off the leash, you know. The binder was the leash. It kept me from going and interacting with other people the way I really wanted to because, you know, I was kind of worried or I had time constraints and stuff. And now there's no leash, so I'm just able to do and be and kind of like really blossom a bit more. So that's really dope. There isn't much else going on. Just my skin is starting to do better where I had the band-aids at. It's still numb right here, but the skin is actually doing better. I've been oiling that as well, but I've been using jojoba oil on this part of my chest where the band-aids were. The outside is still a bit, you can still kind of see the shadow a bit from where the band-aids were. Not so much on this side, but, you know, I'm just giving it time. There's, you know, I'm not really rushing anything. Still using my homemade scar treatment. I'm really liking it. I also feel like my scars are softening. They just feel softer. They feel a bit smoother. I know scars are smooth and everything, but I'm starting to feel a difference in the actual feel of them. I noticed that earlier this week when I was doing my scar treatment. But this video is already long enough, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything that I missed. If not, there'll be a video next. I mean, if so, there'll be a video next week. So shout out everybody who did their shots already. You know, shout out to people who are about to. If you're in therapy, great. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, keep it to your fucking self. I'm just playing. No, you can put that in the comments. I'm all for constructive criticism. Like I said, if you ever want to hit me up or reach out, there's the comments below, or you can look in the description, and you can get my email address and send me a private message if you'd like to keep our conversation between the two of us. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Tumblr. What else? that's about it. It's raining and it's cold here, so I hope wherever you are, the weather is better. Even if it's snowy, I hope it's better, because there's nothing worse than being wet and cold. I hate that shit, especially when I have to be wet and cold to get paid. That shit sucks. Um, and if you do, please purchase some good rain gear or some of those Duluth fire hose pants. Those joints work really well. They're water resistant. A lot of my friends are getting sick, so please, please, please be sure to take care of yourself. You know, if you can get some raw honey, raw organic honey in your tea, that helps. Vitamin C, yeah, a lot of people getting sick and whatnot. So that's all. Until next time, much love and much light.